Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. I'm glad that you found yourself here. Today, there's going to be a quick video that I want to shoot for you, but this video is probably one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful video that you can actually watch. So I advise you to stay to the end because what I'm going to show you is how to always know when price is about to make a move. Now, today, simply put, we're going to talk about price behavior, and how knowing that with the triple arrow system, how you're able to catch the moves. And that's what's important. If you know where price is going, or if you know the behavior of price, wouldn't you be in a better position to respond when price makes a move? And here's the thing, as long as you know where you are in the market at all times, you'll always be in a winning position. So it's very, very important. Once you learn that and you add the triple arrows to that knowledge base, you're going to be in for a very profitable ride. Now, let me just put out a disclaimer because I get to going on my videos and honestly, I forget, right? So I need to start doing this. So I want to clearly state that past profits, of course, don't guarantee any future profits for yourself. What one person makes in the market does not guarantee that you're going to make it. It does require work. It does require dedication. It does require your individual effort. Okay, so also I want to let you know that I'm not a financial advisor at all. I just use this awesome system called the triple arrow system, and I have found multiple ways of maximizing that. So without further ado, those that do not know me, I always say this. My name is Janice. I am a currency trader. I've been trading foreign currency now for 3 years, and I am not a master. But I have perfected some things. And so the things that I have perfected, I am willingly sharing with you in hopes to put you in a position where you can start profiting in the market far more consistently. So if you are a new trader, this system absolutely is a must. And as I mentioned before, I am unapologetic about the necessity of having this trading system as part of your trading repertoire. Because without it, my friend, you really are doing yourself a disservice. So what I'm going to be talking to you about today is a kind of two-part. The first part I'm going to be talking to you about is price behavior, price movement, how price moves. Now, it's very important that you know that price moves in 3 directions. That's it, right? 3 directions. And let me just kind of go through that with you really quick. All right, let's do a trend line. So price is going to go up, and we call that an impulse, whether it's going up or down. It's an impulse, okay? And then after the impulse, price goes down. That is called a correction, or you may even hear it called a pullback. After the correction, price continues. Now, that's called a continuation. Now, here are some things that you must know about these 3 movements. Very important stuff here. I'm opening up the vault because honestly, when you understand that, you can go to any chart at any time, any pair, whether it's foreign exchange, currency pairs, stock, metals, whatever, crypto, you will always know where you are in the market, my friend. That is the key to your success. Okay? Well, knowing where you are in the market and knowing how to respond is the key to your success. So it's very important that we start here. This is the very beginning, before the triple arrows, before support resistance, before all of that. This is where it starts. So understand this, what I'm about to say to you. So you have an impulse, up or down. Then you have a pullback or correction to that impulse. Now, the correction or the pullback, it actually is a confirmation of the impulse. In other words, it confirms that that impulse is actually an impulse, right? And then after the continuation or the pullback, we have a continuation. So after the pullback um, or the correction, we have a continuation. Now, what's important to know is that the pullback is the beginning of a pattern. It's the beginning of a pattern. And we call that I call it a flag pattern. The flag pattern is the beginning of the continuation of the impulse. So you can play this back, and I'm trying to talk slow. Play it back, process it. Okay? So once you get a pullback, that confirms your impulse. The pullback is the beginning of a pattern. This pattern I call a flag pattern. When the flag pattern forms, it is the beginning of the continuation of the impulse. So you can look at it like this. If it's processing better for you this way, you can look at it this way. You can say, okay, we have an impulse, and then we have a correction, which confirms the impulse, and then we have another impulse. Because the continuation is just a continuation of the impulse. So if you want to call both of them impulses, if that makes more sense to you, that's fine. Just understand that after the pullback, we're preparing for a continuation in the same direction as the impulse. So I hope that makes sense, because that's so pivotal, so important to understand that. With that understanding, my friend, you'll be able to go into the market at, like I said, any pair, anytime, and you'll be able to identify what stage of price movement is price currently at. That's very important. That's very important to know. What stage is price in price movement right now, right? Because if you come to the market, you come to the chart, and you see that price is pulling back, then you already know that you should be waiting on what? A continuation. A continuation. Now, most people that trade don't get that concept because they don't know what the impulse is. The impulse is the trend. This is one of the reasons why the triple arrow system is so pivotal and powerful, because it addresses two major issues that most traders have that causes them not to be profitable in the market. Most traders don't know how to identify the trend without fail, without doubt. Most do not. And most traders are not really proficient in identifying entry. Well, the triple arrow system provides you with that data, with that information. And that's one of the reasons why it's powerful, and it creates profits. If you, of course, I have to put the disclaimer out, you got to follow the rules. There are rules, confirmations with the triple arrow system as well. I do not advocate just jumping in because you see some arrows. No, there is a method to be utilized with this system. And provided that you use the method, you should find yourself in a more profitable situation when you are trading. I have a trading plan that I've devised that is a beautiful complement to the triple arrow system that allows you to get in on a very tight entry. And of course, the triple arrow system provides the trend for you. So with the two, you will be fine. You will be fine. But that's some coaching involved in that. Nothing real deep, but is not as general as I just mentioned, right? So let me just say this: subscribe to the channel so that you can stay abreast and all that good stuff. And also, I'm going to leave some links inside of the description. Go ahead and follow those links so that you can position yourself to really finally start succeeding in the market. To really finally start succeeding in the market. Okay, so let's go back. Now, so we have price movement, impulse, correction, continuation, right? So let's look at that on the charts. Let's look at that on the charts. Okay, let's look at that on the charts. And you will see what I am talking about and why I'm so excited to share this for you. Okay, remember I talked about the impulse basically being the trend. Basically being the trend. Well, the triple arrow system provides you with that. It provides you with the overall trend. You do a top-down analysis and you can get the overall trend. And of course, and this is one of the unique qualities about the triple arrow system, is that it provides you the trend per time frame. So if I'm on the hour chart, which I am, it's looking right now, it's in a bearish trend. Bearish trend, okay? But the monthly, if I go to the higher time frame, it may not be bearish, but let's check. It may be, it may not, but let's check, okay? So on the monthly, let me move me out of the way. On the monthly, you can see that it is in a bullish trend. How do I know that? Because the big arrow on the triple arrow system tells us what direction price wants to go in. That's what the big arrow tells us, okay? And when the momentum of that direction is underway, that's typically in alignment with the triple arrow, which is the two small arrows going in the same direction. Okay, so go to my other videos so that you can learn about the triple arrow system, the components of the triple arrow system, and how it functions, okay? So I just want to illustrate that point is that on the monthly, you clearly see that we're in a uptrend. Some consolidation going on here. This is the monthly, so this thing been consolidating for some time. But nevertheless, it's in a uptrend. However, when I go down to the hour chart, the hour chart shows us that it's in a downtrend. Why? You may be looking at this arrow here and say, well, why is it not in a bullish trend? Because this arrow is pointing up. Well, it's not completely in momentum in that direction because we don't have our triple arrows. So when it's just your big arrow, it's still in that dominant previous trend. And in this case, it is a downtrend. So you can see that with the triple arrow system, it gives us a aerial view of what price is doing, and it gives us a bird's eye view of what price is doing. So we're always in a position to be on the right side of price. Now, obviously, if the lower time frame conflicts with the higher time frame or opposite of the higher time frame, then you're in a pullback overall on that lower time frame. But you don't even have to get into all of those nuances, though I will teach you those things as part of my coaching program. And if you want some coaching on how to maximize the triple arrow system, I have that available too. The link is all in the description. But you don't have to worry about that now. That's not the scope of this training right now. What I'm trying to share with you is that any time frame that you're on, utilizing the triple arrows, you're going to be in a higher winning position, okay? Because you have the triple arrow system to guide you. I like to call it my GPS, right? It's going to take me where I want to go. But even with that, if you do not understand price movement and price movement, then you're not going to know where you are in the market, right? You're not going to know where you are in the market. And you have to know that. You have to know that. The triple arrows is phenomenal. You can do the basic function of the triple arrow and profit more consistently. But my goal is for you to understand what's going on. Understand why the arrows are where they are, why they populate at this point and that point in the chart. Is you need to understand that, and understanding where you are in the market will position you. You know what price is about to do. It's like waiting for a bus at the bus stop, and you're going downtown and you're waiting at this particular stop. Why? Because you know this bus stop, the route from this point is going to take you to your ultimate destination. You know that. You know that route, right? So you're gonna wait. Same thing with price. You have the route. I'm gonna show it to you. You have the route. The route is the downtrend. We know it's going downtown, but at some point, it's just not gonna go all the way downtown without stopping. At some point, it's going to correct. It's going to pull back, right? And then after it pulls back, what is it going to do? It's going to continue downtown. And that's what price does. So if you come to the market and you find that, hey, in this case, this is a downtrend, so I should only be looking for sales, right? Because we want to stay on the right side of price. I should only be looking for sales because that's what my big arrows tells me that what price wants to do at this time, right? So we know that the impulse is a downtrend. Let me show it to you. So we know that the impulse is a downtrend. Okay? It's a downtrend. My trend line is not going to be perfect. I'm just training you just so you can see what's going on. So it's a downtrend. So that's the impulse. Because remember, the impulse is always in the direction of the trend. Key. So when you go, you'll use your triple arrow. You have all of your pairs situated here. And for those that don't have it, that will get it, use my link. I'll show you how to get it all set up. And there's a tutorial actually that is phenomenal that walks you through the process. But nevertheless, you'll have all of the information at your fingertips. You can just click through the different pairs and you're identifying where price is. So we know that this is the impulse. It's going down because it's a downtrend. So we look for a correction, right? A correction should be coming soon. And this is what happens. This is all price does. This is what price does all the time, every time. Okay. So now we have our pullback or our correction. Okay. And then what did price do after that? Excuse me. What did price do after that? Well, it consolidated. No problem. That happens, right? Actually, consolidation happens most of the time in the market. Okay, most of the time in the market. So we have our flag. Okay, we have our flag, and let me just make this, put this by that link there. Okay, I'm trying to make it a little more perfect, but I'm trying to make it look like a flag because that's what we call it, the flag pattern. And if you look, you know, you can see this is the pole, and of course this is the flag. Okay, so nevertheless, we have our flag, right? We have our flag, which the flag confirms the impulse. So when I see a flag forming, I already know that we're setting up for a continuation. And where is it going to continue? It's going to continue in the direction of the impulse. So if we're in a downtrend, that's the impulse. The continuation will be a downtrend. And just what happened? We went straight downtown, right? Straight downtown. And that's all price does. It impulses, it corrects, and then it continues. And it can be, and I went the long, you know, I did the long view. But look, even in the interim here, you have an impulse, then you have a pullback, then you have a continuation, then you have a pullback, then you have a continuation. That's all price does. That's all it does. It impulse, it pulls back, and it continues. It impulse, it pulls back, and it continues. So if you come to the market and you see the flag here, but you haven't seen this drop yet, then you know don't get in the trade. You're looking for sales, right? So because big arrow, bearish, we're looking for sales. So you're not going to get in the trade. What you're going to look for is your entry candle. Now, I have to say, because I'm going to keep this video short, I have to say that some of this information I do reserve for my clients. It's only fair. They're paying for one-on-one time, and I reserve quite a bit of information for them. So this is something that you can take advantage of as well. But I want to still empower you. I still want to equip you, not trying to play games with you or anything like that, because I trade. Honestly, I trade, so I'm fine. My heart is to help you. It really, really is. However, it is time consuming, and I do have quite a few clients and a growing, I should say, clientele. So with that, I do have to maintain a level of integrity towards them and give them more than what they actually expect. And that's just my motto. But I will leave you with this. I will leave you with this. Your entry candle, you want to look for your engulfing candle. Okay, the engulfing candle is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, reversal candle that exists in the foreign exchange market. So the engulfing candle is your indicator, right? That price is about to make a move down or up, depending on the trend that you're working with. And in this case, let me show you how powerful this is, my friend. Let me show you how powerful this is. Okay, so you came to the market right at this point here, and you've identified where price is. Okay, this is a flag pattern or a pullback. Okay, because a pullback, it will either make a flag pattern, or it can be one or two candles and be a short flag, but nevertheless it's still a pullback, right? So you have not seen the continuation yet, and you may be saying, well, how do I know if it's going to continue? I don't want to miss the move. What you want to do is you're looking for a sale first and foremost. Always know where you are in the market. So you're looking for a bearish engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle, and you're going to wait for that bearish engulfing candle to close before you enter. Now, the little things I like to tweak, I like to do some other things, multiple confirmations that you can look for, so that when you get in the trade, you're going to experience little to no drawdown. That's me. That's how I trade. That's how I teach. But I did want to let you know, at least that's the first thing that you want to be looking for. For my one-on-one coaching, guys, listen, not trying to break the bank. I recall when I first started, listen, I was willing, though. I have to say this. I do. I was willing to pay anything because I was determined and I was hungry, guys. I saw the value of learning how to trade. First and foremost, learning how to trade. When I began this process of trading, I soon realized that, hey, it has to be an easier way to do this, right? However, I learned everything manually, right? I've learned how to identify different things in the market, patterns in the market, supply and demand in the market, trend lines and support and resistance, all those great things, right? Levels and Elliott Wave. I mean, a lot of stuff. And I'm glad of that. I'm glad of that because of that, I'm able to really maximize the triple arrow system. And I have been under a lot of traders, educational programs and mentorships and different things like this. And by far, triple arrow is the most efficient and the simplest system there is. And I look at some of the things that people are doing and I'm like, why? But anyway, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I probably said this in another video, but it's true. It's true. So nevertheless, this is what I use and I will always use. And I certainly recommend that you do as well. Again, if you've gotten value out of this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, definitely subscribe so that you can get more value. And it also puts me in a position to help more people as well as my subscribers list increase. So let me show you another. Let's go to, what do we want to do? Want to do an NZD? Want to do a Cash App? It doesn't matter. Be real honest. So it is Sunday. So what I'll do is a quick analysis of where price is. Okay. So the first thing we come, where are we? Cash App. Okay, Cash App is in a bearish trend. Big arrow, triple arrow, it's going down, right? Okay, so this is where we are. This is where we are right now. Remember, impulse is in the direction of the trend. So we're looking for a downtrend. So that means all of my green candles are pullbacks. Simple stuff, right? So we have our downtrend right here. Oops. We have our downtrend right here. This is how you can mark up your chart, like for real. This is how you can mark your chart up. And there's so many ways. People trade different ways. Um, and that's not a problem as long as it is effective, as long as it's accurate, as long as it works. Okay. And then you have your downtrend right here. Okay. And the M's and W patterns. Oh my gosh. What I believe, I did put a video up of what am I doing with my trend lines? Oops. Oopsie. There we go. Trend lines are all jacked up. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, but I did do a video of my the patterns, the M's and the W's, which is very powerful. And what I think I'm going to do, because it's just a little more detail, it takes a little more time, is I'm going to reserve that for those that's in my super easy family and my coaching program that's in my private my private Telegram group. But still look at that video though, and it's very, very powerful when you learn how to do that. It's very, very powerful. You train your eye. So what I'm showing you here is oh boy, right here. What I'm showing you here is a quick little markup, just a quick little markup, right, of how price moves. Okay. And oops, let's go there. Okay. So nevertheless, this is how price move, right? This is how price move. We have an impulse, we have a correction, and then we have a continuation. See that? Then from the continuation, it just starts all over again. From a continuation or an impulse, we have what? A correction. From the correction, what do we have after correction comes? We have our impulse or our continuation, right? Right there. And then after an impulse or continuation, what do we have? We have another correction. And it's just the opposite candles. That's all it is. So now you get the gist of that. So let's go to this area right here. Okay. So what are we in? What stage of that price behavior are we in right now? We're in a correction. We're in a correction. Well, we know after correction, okay, we are going to be looking for a continuation. So let me make my little flag a little pretty, right? And then, so we're looking for a continuation where? To the downside, right? To the downside. Why? Because the continuation is in the direction of the impulse, which is our downward bearish move. Simple stuff, guys. Simple, simple, simple. So how do we know when the continuation is in motion? You want to look for your engulfing candles, and you're looking for a bearish engulfing candle, because if it was a bullish run, you'll be looking for a bullish engulfing candle. What is an engulfing candle? I'm sorry, I just want to leave you with some, but I gotta reserve some things. I really, really do. But I will tell you this: an engulfing candle is when the previous candle when the current candle engulfs the previous candle. So let me give you an example of an engulfing candle. It's right. Let's pull out a little bit. Yeah, so we can see. Okay, right here, right there. You see that? It's a doji, but it still has a body on it. This is an engulfing candle. It's a bullish engulfing candle because the candle that is the candle that is engulfing the other candle. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. So the candle that's being engulfed is this doji, this red candle. The reason it's an engulfing candle is because the body of the candle can fit completely inside the body of the next candle. And it's the next candle, okay? So it's not 3-4 candles back or anything like that. So once this green candle here, bullish candle here closed, I was able to determine that, okay, this is an engulfing candle. It's a bullish engulfing candle because the previous candle, the body of the previous candle can fit completely in the body of the candle. So because we're looking for only sales, I'm not looking for bullish engulfing candles. I'm looking for, come on now, I'm looking for um, a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, here's another one right here. Here's another engulfing candle. Okay, the previous candle, the body of the previous candle can fit completely in the body of the candle that's housing or the candle that's engulfed. So an engulfing candle is the big candle, and the previous candle is the small candle, but it has to be small enough, the body has to be small enough to fit completely inside of that candle. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so right here we have a bearish engulfing candle. A bearish engulfing candle. Why? Because the candle that the green candle is going in is bearish, and that's what we're looking for. So the previous candle fits, the body fits completely inside of that candle. Okay, the body fits completely inside of that candle. Another thing to remember about engulfing candles is that they're always opposite candles, always. So you would not have two bearish candles, one smaller, one larger, and even though the body can fit into that candle, it's not an engulfing candle because it has to be an opposite candle. So it has to be a bearish and a bullish, or bullish and a bearish. Okay, so nevertheless, I'm going down another whole training. I don't want to do that. Hopefully you all understand how that works. So you're looking for an engulfing candle as your first indication that the continuation is about to happen, or the pullback has exhausted itself and is about to go back down in the direction of the trend. We also have inclusive with the triple arrow system support and resistance, the support and resistance dots, very useful, very, very beneficial. Show you how to use that, how to maximize that. So you have other indications as well as to when price is going to make a move. So again, it's powerful, guys. I can't stress it enough. Get your hands on it. Utilize the links that I'm providing inside of the description. And let's learn this. Let's learn this. Let's learn it the easy way. Let's trade the easy way. Let's start profiting without all the mental stress and anguish. I promise you, it's not like it used to be. I'll put it like that. So Cash Chef, we're waiting for a continuation on Cash Chef. GBP USD, real quick. Let's see. So I'm not going to draw all these lines on the other ones. We're just going to eyeball. Okay, so we're still in a bullish momentum. We have not gotten our trend reversal yet. So we're still in a bullish momentum. And because we're in a bullish momentum, the impulse is bullish, right? Because it's in the direction of the trend. So the impulse is bullish. Right now, what is this? This is going down. So what is that considered? It's considered a pullback. It's considered a correction, okay? Until we get our triple arrows, that's a whole nother training. But again, that's what the coaching is for. So right now, we're still in a bullish run and we are in a pullback. So we're going to move on. Euro USD. What is Euro USD doing? Okay, we have one arrow on the Euro USD. It's still in an overall bullish momentum. So the impulse is bullish. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, because I have my big arrow, I know that price wants to turn around. So what I would do and what I advise my clients and such to do is to wait, right? And then that's when you utilize my trading plan, Trading Made Easy trading plan, for all that good stuff. So in this case here, we will be waiting because price wants to turn around. Same with the previous one. Price wants to turn around. So we'll wait. Let's see what USD JPY wants to do. Okay, so USD JPY, let's move back to our arrow, big arrow. Okay, so it's bearish, right? That's the movement, that's the trend for this time frame and for this time. So we know that all of our bearish moves are impulses. All of our bullish moves are corrections. It's really just that simple. And then we're going to wait. So now identify where you are right now. Well, we're in consolidation, basically. We're in consolidation. We're in consolidation. All right. We had a little impulse right here, and right here we're in consolidation, right? So this is the beginning of a flag pattern. It's the beginning of a flag pattern. Okay, and the flag pattern can potentially, go up in a bullish move here, and we broke that trend line. I'm sorry, I'm getting into a deep look. We broke the little trend line here, so it is a great possibility that we're going to be getting our bullish big arrow is going to potentially populate within the next two candles, possibly, because we're right on our support, right? It did not break that support. However, it did break our trend line here. And so looking at this, I would wait, because I do believe that the bullish big arrow is going to populate, which will tell me that price wants to go in the other direction. It wants to go in the other direction. And actually, when you look at this continuation right here, because we had a impulse. No, we in the bearish, right? Okay, we're bearish. Yeah, so this is the pullback right here. This would be your pullback right here, or your correction, and then it continued back in the direction of the impulse, and then from there it consolidated. And typically the consolidation is the beginning of a flag pattern, and the flag pattern based on just this alone, just based on knowing the direction or where price is, the stage that price is in, you can easily conclude that price is going to create this flag and go up. And when that happens, it's going to coincide with the fact that in a couple of candles, a bullish big arrow is going to populate. Okay, there are other things that I see here that confirms that for me as well, and we'll get into all of those types of things when we do one-on-one coaching. But so that's the deal here. So I will wait that out. And I'm gonna do this last one, and then I'm going to let you go, because I went over 30 minutes again. But for those of you that stay, I am glad that you have stayed, and I certainly hope that you've gotten value out of this video. Okay, so this is a bullish run. Okay, bullish. That's the most recent big arrow. Despite all the ups and downs, that's what price do, right? We're in a bullish momentum. Okay, so look at price. Let me go over here. Look at price. What is price? If we're in a bullish trend, that means our impulse is bullish. So you got to know that, so that you'll know what you're looking at, because you'll certainly mess yourself up big time. So we know that all the bullish movement is continuations. All the bearish movements are pullbacks or corrections. Okay, so right here we have a pullback right here. Okay, and so what are we looking for? We're looking for a continuation. We're looking for a continuation on here. So we're not going to get in until we get the indication that the continuation is moving. Okay, and again, there are confirmations for that as well to help you with that. So that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be it. I absolutely love what I do. I love showing people how to trade the simple, easy way. That's where Trading Made Easy came from. Simple, easy trading. So hit the link, access my private Facebook group. A lot of things you get access to once you access the group and request to gain access to the group. So start there, guys, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one. Bye-bye.